Welcome, everybody. This is Mark Henley, the president and founder of Infusion Capital. I founded Infusion Capital back in 1994. Never forget it. Very successful from day one. And now we are relaunching after the previous administration just did not have a real understanding of small businesses and with the regulations that were in place. There was not a lot of small-term lending, small business lending, in the marketplace. So that is changing drastically with the new administration and what they're doing to stimulate the economy. Obviously, you can see it in the stock market, up $6.9 trillion, 31% since President Trump and his administration took over the White House. So it's pro-business, and after my clients being stymied with everything that was against us as small business entrepreneurs is changing as I speak. The economy, instead of being at 1% range, you're going to see it by November at 5+%. And the economy will be expanding, and businesses will be growing. I'm here in Seattle. It's booming. When you see 10+ cranes, 12+ cranes in Seattle Metro, that previously, if I saw one or two, I'd be very surprised. So the economy is really starting to take off. A lot of people don't understand how fast it's going to pick up and how powerful it's going to be. It's just a fact of life. Take that to the bank. So I'm just testing out some hand gestures, so please work with me. But it's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's actually a new era with Infusion Capital. And I'm happy after years and years of ministry work that the Lord wants me to go back into the business realm, and I'm honored to do that. I'm looking forward to reconnecting with all my buddies and friends and lenders and clients out there. It's an exciting time, and for such a time as this, it's really going to be a great growth period that I see for at least 8 years of excellent economic growth this country's never seen before. So I want to encourage people out there that are on this YouTube video. I'll be doing weekly chats just to update you with what I'm seeing in the marketplace that they're not reporting. They're just not reporting the fact that Trump is a CEO, businessman, and he operates like 3 levels above the media. This man is a genius, a business genius, and I say to anybody that tries to degrade him, number one, if you're a billionaire, you fall into his category, and you'd have one right to critique his wisdom. Number two, if you walked your way through 16+ politicians, and I don't have 16 fingers, to get to be president or get the nomination to be up against Hillary, the god of this world, the queen of this world, and everything that came against Donald Trump, then you might have a position if you work for free and give your $1 million to the needy and the previous hurricanes down in Houston. You'd have the right to discredit his wisdom. If you work 55 hours a week plus and sleep 4 hours a night, you'd have the position to critique this man and his weight or his health. Again, those are just a few. If you fit in all those categories, you have the position to critique our president. If you don't, please sit down, okay? Just sit down. So I'm just starting to practice. I am getting very comfortable immediately. I am thankful that on 1/18/18, just today's the 19th, just yesterday morning, matter of fact, he launched the company. So this is just testing. I might send it to our senior vice presidents, Ethiel and Laura, maybe the board members. I don't know. I'm just playing around right now, but I'm feeling very confident. Confidence that I could be interviewed on Fox News and speak some wisdom into this spirit of stupid, in this country and this world. So it's a great time to be alive. I'm excited. Ed, you've been there praying, interceding forever, and you have, like a pit bull, not let go of that vision of Zion Capital. And so I'm proud of you. Laura, I've just started to know, and I know, that God has pulled her into this team, and I pray that it would bless us all beyond what we could ever think or imagine. Then we have the board of Pastor Bob and Mona talk about two great anointed people. I've known Bob since I received the Lord. That's when I met him, was on April 29th of 2001. And then we have, that I've invited on the board, is Jeff Kingshot, a friend of mine also for 16 plus years, just like he had stayed in the trenches when everyone else just couldn't handle the heat. And I understand that, and I have no disregards. The Lord's done a work, and I'm happy I'm here and not looking behind and becoming a pillar of salt. So other than Pastor Bob and Mona and Jeff Kingshot, I've asked Jeff Lancaster to come on the board. He's a true prophet of the Lord, and he's just a great friend, and he's just an awesome person. Also, my good friend Mark Bruhite, who has been down to the healing, just trying to show my watch and see how that looks. But Mark Bruhite down in Shelton's been running the healing rooms down there for 17 years. I think he's been in the ministry for 37. You'd have to correct me, Mark. But awesome powerhouse. This is the A team. And my mom is an honorary board member. She always has, always will be. I cannot say enough about her wisdom and her strength. When all hell was breaking, she was always there. And then Marty Pleiss is an incredible man of God coming in, I know, for such a time as this. So we welcome you, and also Marty, to the team. We'll have weekly conference calls. At least executives will have weeklies, and any of the board members would be welcome to join on. I would prefer, Laura, if we could do it like Skype, where we're seeing everyone. It's much better than your simple webinar. I told Joseph Peck back years ago to go into the Skype and where we could see versus just a pure webinar. So I do see that he's doing that, where they are presenting in live, and then you interact from there. So God bless my good friend Joseph. And so I'm just going to release what the Lord's releasing me to do. And his word that was spoken 2 days ago was, it's not only, and I'm paraphrasing here, sorry, I just usually have that, but this is not just a new year. This is not just a new season. This is a new era, ERA. And the ERA, it's a new era, meaning the grid of yesteryear, you have to throw it out. What happened in the past is over, thank God. What's going to happen in the future, there's no grid or graft or way to know other than our Heavenly Father is moving supernaturally on His sons and daughters that He's anointed for such a time as this. And the team around me has been anointed for such a time as this. So this is just a test. We'll see if I even send it out, but feeling very comfortable behind the camera. And I know I'm not totally, I'll fix a better setup, that's for sure, as far as desk like looking like I'm sitting in a power power seat, power broker that we are, and we come in the name of the Lord. It's not. That's what's so. I had a supernatural Friday, the 12th. Just the Lord is doing that now more and more and more, and so expect it more and more and more that we are operating in a new era where the anointing, we have the power and we have the anointing of the Lord. The power, the word, and the anointing. So power actually would be the anointing. The authority would be the word. So I'm just playing finger games with you now, little finger puzzles. So I feel it's so good. So I might send this to Ed and to Laura. And Laura, I can't seem to download it to my YouTube. It's so interesting, but I'll figure that out and just release a blessing over our team. I pray, Father, that this is your hand upon your company. We commit your Zion Capital back to you. I lay it down at the altar because I am nothing without you flowing through us. We're nothing without your grace and mercy flowing through us as we minister to others. Show us the right lenders, the right clients to work with, the right investors. I pray that within a year we'll have $100 million invested, and we'll be lending our own money along with our own lenders also to diversify our funding abilities. So I just pray a blessing over everybody that views this. And I have no idea. Maybe no one will see it, but the day is at hand. Seize the day.